Hello, my Biblio darlings, and welcome to Bibliothesia. Bibliothesia is where I bring stories or books to life through reading them. And in case we haven't met before, my name is Mally. And the story that I'm going to read to you today is called The Lazy Wood Gatherer. And before I do that, let's remind our bodies that we are safe right here, right now. And we're going to do that through a deep breathing exercise, as well as I'm going to share some jokes with you. And the whole purpose of the jokes is to help you to laugh. When you laugh, your body starts to relax. So with that, pretend you have a balloon inside your tummy, and we're going to take in some nice deep breaths. And as we do, it's like that pretend balloon is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So with that, inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, and now hold the breath for and now exhale out for 8. Good job. And that gentle reminder is the deep breathing helps us to relax and stay grounded and feel centered. And now, let's help the body relax some more by some jokes. So I'm going to lean over and reach for my joke book. I'm going to share with you some knock-knock jokes. Knock, knock. Who's there? Gorilla. Gorilla who? Gorilla that hot dog till it's nice and crispy. Oh, grill that hot dog until it's nice and crispy. That's great. Here's a second joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Swan. Swan who? Just one more joke and then I'm done. Oh, I like that. Well, okay. One more joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Shh. Shh. Who? Shh. Yourself. I'm trying to watch a movie. Alrighty. Well, I'm hoping you're feeling more relaxed as you heard those 3 jokes and you were able to connect with the deep breathing exercise. So with that, let's read today's story. It's called The Lazy Wood Gatherer. And first, let's look at the picture. So what I see is there is water, and there are 3 boats in the water, and it looks like there's a seagull flying overhead, and it looks like there's a big cliff looking down on the boats in the water. And on the top of the cliff, it looks like there is a man, and he has his one hand over one eye. It looks like he's picking up wood with the others. It looks like there is an axe in the background, in a log. And then behind them and to the side is a house. It looks like there's a tree, and there's a path and a tree. And it looks like in the background there's hills and some more trees, and there's flowers. So with that, let's read The Lazy Wood Gatherer. Relax, be very still, and listen. Listen carefully to this tale about Gabriel, a boy who lived in a small cottage on a cliff overlooking the sea. One day he got into big trouble with his parents. Do you want to know what happened? Well, let's see if we can find out. Now, one sunny day, Gabriel's father, who was a fisherman, asked his son to gather firewood from the forest. They were going on a boat trip the next day to see the whales as a special treat, so they needed wood to light a fire and cook a hearty breakfast before setting off. But that morning, Gabriel was very tired. It's not fair, he muttered. I don't want to gather wood. I just want to take it easy today. Nevertheless, he set off along the path that led to the forest. On his way up the path, he came to a lone tree that had no leaves. It's my lucky day, he exclaimed. This tree has no leaves, and it looks perfect for firewood, dead and dry. I don't need to go all the way to the forest. Like Father said, I can just rest here and then quickly snap off some branches before I go home. So he sat at the foot of the tree and gazed at the sea, sparkling in the sunlight. Soon he fell fast asleep. Some time later he woke with a start. It was getting dark. Oh no, how long have I been asleep? He wondered. Jumping up, he climbed the tree and frantically began to break off branches. But, despite appearances, this wood wasn't dead at all. It was green inside and full of sap. The branches took so much pulling and twisting that one even snapped back and hit him in the eye. Ouch! When he had finally broken off enough branches, he bundled them into his arms, ran back home, piled them outside the house before he went to bed. Early next morning, Gabriel's mother rose to prepare breakfast. She picked up the wood to start a fire, but the flames just flickered and died. When her husband came down, she still had no fire. "I'm sorry, breakfast's not ready," she said. "This wood is so green and damp that the fire won't light." Just then Gabriel appeared. "Son, what's wrong with your eye?" asked his concerned mother. "And why is the firewood so wet?" growled his father. The boy gulped and shuffled his feet. He felt ashamed that he had let them down by being so lazy the day before. Trying not to cry, he explained how he had fallen asleep under the tree and gathered the wrong wood, hurting his eye in the process. "I'm so sorry I didn't go to the forest like you had asked. I was feeling too tired, so I tried to take an easy way out," he said. "Well, by the time we gather dry wood to cook breakfast," replied his father, "it'll be much too late to go and see the whales. It's too far." Gabriel was disappointed, but determined to make amends. Later that day he went to the forest to collect lots of good firewood. So the next morning his mother was able to cook them all a filling breakfast. And as a reward for his hard work, they went to see the whales after all. A magical experience that Gabriel never forgot. So here is the lesson or the moral of the story. People who are lazy disappoint themselves as well as others. A wise person works hard so that they can enjoy the rewards and have the satisfaction of knowing they did their best. I really appreciate the message of that story. Sometimes it can be really tempting to take the easy way out and to not do the work that's expected. But by doing that, you not only you don't learn what needs to be learned with the steps that you need to take a project from beginning to end, but you also learn that you can do something, but it's not to the best of your ability. So nobody wins. So I wonder, well, it said in the book that Gabriel went and got lots of nice dry firewood. So it sounds like he learned his lesson, which is really lovely. So now it's time to wrap up our time together. And we're going to wrap it up the same way that we opened up, by doing a deep breathing exercise, and I'm going to share with you some more jokes. So with that, pretend you have a balloon inside your tummy, and we're going to count for 4 counts, then we're going to hold the breath for 4 counts, then we're going to exhale out for 8. Are you ready? Okay. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath for and exhale out for 8 counts. Oh, that deep breathing just brings my body so much joy and comfort in knowing that I'm safe right here. And I'm leaning over to get the joke book. And are you ready? Okay. Here are 3 knock-knock jokes. Knock, knock. Who's there? Barry. Barry who? Barry, nice to meet you. Oh, that's great. And here's the next one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Howard. Howard who? Howard I know. Like, how would I know? Alrighty. And here's the third joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Philip. Philip who? Fill up your plate. It's time to eat. Well, with that, our time together has wrapped up today. Thank you so much for joining in to hear the story and to hear some jokes and to do some deep breathing exercises. And if you've liked what you've seen today, let the adult know that you're with, to click on the subscribe button and to click on the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the next episode happens, and you can join in and come back. Well, it's been wonderful spending time with you, and until next time, bye!